You're witnessing a rare moment of candor, a long-awaited confession from one of cinema's most beloved faces, Shen Yue. Before we begin, make sure to subscribe to stay updated with the latest from your favorite stars. For 3 years now, fans have followed Shen Yue's journey, her roles that made hearts flutter, her whispers in interviews, her private smiles glimpsed over social media. Yet throughout all that shared joy and success, one question has remained: what's within her heart, unseen and unheard? Now, after 3 years filled with anticipation, silence, and speculation, she finally speaks, and we, as her audience, are invited to listen. From the moment she first stepped into the spotlight, Shen Yue captivated us not just with her on-screen charm but with a quiet mystery that seemed to hover just beyond reach. Early interviews revealed glimpses of humor, softness, sincerity, but always, there was something held back, a grace and restraint. She grew from a fresh-faced newcomer into a star whose roles resonated across generations, yet she didn't surrender herself entirely to the glare of public curiosity. 3 years passed, years bound by contracts and appearances, promotions and premieres, countless headlines and snapshots. Yet behind every public smile, we sensed a private world, perhaps waiting to be shared in its fullness. Then came this moment, this rare revealing of self. She decided the time had come to speak her truth. In this voiceover, I invite you to lean in and hear what she has to say. She begins with quiet reflection, tracing back to that first fateful role that launched her into prominence. Speaking softly, she notes how life when brightened on screen can cast deeper shadows off camera. At first, I believed that being seen meant understanding, but I discovered that attention doesn't always equal honesty. Her words strike a chord. How often have we seen a star on red carpets and believed we knew them, only to realize we perceived a persona, not a person? She shares that these 3 years weren't easy. The weight of expectation, what to say, what not to say, how to behave in the court of public opinion, became a burden. And yet she persisted, grounding herself in the roles she chose, the people she trusted, and a private circle that reminded her who she really was when cameras were off. Sometimes, she says, I felt like I was living on empty, performing, promoting, smiling, without a well of authenticity to draw from. It's a confession that reveals courage, the courage to admit vulnerability, to claim that the glow of success doesn't always fill the spirit. She goes on to recount the turning point. A moment of quiet crisis that no one knew about, a late night, exhaustion, a text to a friend saying simply, I don't know who I am anymore. And that message, simple as it was, became a lifeline. It reminded her that beneath the roles, the scripts, the public image, lived a person craving honesty, connection, and inner peace. Then she shares the liberation of speaking out, crafting this message, shaping her narrative, and trusting the audience not to tear her down but to meet her halfway. Maybe we're more alike than we think, she says. Behind the facade of perfection or polish, everyone carries a quiet desire to be seen as they truly are. Her voice carries, in that moment, a bridge between star and self, celebrity and person. The voiceover continues, guiding us deeper. She reveals how her relationships shaped her courage. A partner, perhaps, who listened without judgment, parents who urged her to honor what she felt rather than what she achieved, friends who reminded her laughter wasn't a task to perform but a gift to give and receive. That circle became her anchor. That love, it's unspoken for most of her journey, yet here she nods to it, as if letting us glimpse the strength behind the silence. Strength not in stoicism, but in tenderness. At times, she speaks of fear. Fear of backlash, fear of losing fans, fear that honesty might cost her a career. But there's a wisdom in her voice now. If I lost myself trying to keep people's approval, that would be the greater loss. It's a quiet redefinition of success, not as upward mobility or adoration, but as alignment, living in accordance with one's truth. As the voiceover nears its close, she looks forward. She promises that her art will continue, but now with renewed integrity. Roles will still come, cameras will still roll, but there will be no emptiness behind the applause. She invites her audience to walk with her, not as spectators, but as readers of a shared story, where growth, vulnerability, and connection matter more than polish. Then, softly, thank you for listening. I hope in my words you find a little of your own courage to speak, to be seen, and to return to yourself. The narrator finishes, and you, dear listener, perhaps you've been in silence too, in some way, holding back your own truths. Let this moment remind you, your voice matters, your story matters. And brilliance is not in never breaking, but in choosing to speak when the time is right.